that MPT tune though. So we're not even in this car for maybe 10 seconds and I can already tell the MPT tune is on this transmission. So this is my first time back in a 3.7 Mustang since I traded mine in last year, and it feels good. It feels really good. Mine, of course, was a manual. This is an automatic, but when you put an MPT tune on a 6R80 transmission, you can't complain. This car moves. This car totally moves out well. So this car belongs to my friend Zach. It's 2013. Where's he at? Oh, that's right. I just floored it. I forgot. He's all the way back there. So Zach is currently in my car right now, driving a 5.0. And I have a strange suspicion that when he gets out, he's going to be trading it in, trading in his car for a 5.0. And I'll probably be trading in my 5.0 for a 3.7. But it's a 2013 Mustang, 3.7 liter, 3.73's in the back, I think he said. The MPT tune and muffler deletes. Most of the rest of the car is stock outside of suspension. I'll leave the rest of the mods in the description if you guys want to check them out. We're on some back roads right now, and again, this is the first time I've been back in a V6 in a year, and man. All right, well, it doesn't pull like a 5.0, we'll say that, but it feels good though. It definitely feels good. This is actually my first time using a select shift in a 3.7. So in my opinion, it's got to be probably one of the best sounding V6 motors that any manufacturer can make, outside of maybe like the GTR or the Supra. Obviously, yeah, it's all right. It's not as quick as my car, but it's definitely...
It doesn't have the pull yours does, but
no.
This car is fast.
Yeah, it's a V6. I mean, that's...
Right, I have a 6-cylinder in my Ford. And it doesn't
right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, I say I don't get why people complain about having a V6 Mustang. I still don't get it to this day. You guys know I run the largest V6 Mustang channel on YouTube to date, and I drive a 5.0. So it's always like this paradox, like, well, why do you run a V6 channel if you drive a V8 Mustang? What sense does that make? People can't understand it because usually you come across a V8 guy and he's talking shit about your V6 Mustang. My job is to kind of bring the two platforms together a little bit, which is why I'm glad that we're in this car. We'll hit it from a stop here real quick. Whoa. Nice. Nice. If I had to compare this to my V6 Mustang, off the line, not as quick because obviously mine was a manual with drag tires on it. But once you get moving and it gets up to about 3,000 or 4,000, this motor just pulls completely pulls. Now here's the biggest thing I'm also noticing: the difference between this car handles much better than my car does. This is the biggest thing I'm noticing at all between my 5.0 and this 3.7. This car handles so nice. I can't do this in my car. I can't do this.
Your ass end would be all over the place. I
can't do this at all. That is unbelievable. So the lighter engine up front really makes that big of a difference in these two cars. This thing will just go any direction you steer it. The steering is so direct, and I love it. Ideally drove on drag rails on my last V6 Mustang, and ideally drive on drag rails on my 5.0. So I'm not used to getting on a car with 19s in the front with this much grip. It's unbelievable. It makes me want to sell my skinnies and start driving on street tires again. But still, this is great. Overall, this car is extremely clean. You can tell when somebody cares about their car by how well they take care of it. I care about my car, but mine's always dirty because that's just me. But, this car is immaculate. There's not a speck of dirt or dust anywhere on this thing. So Zach's in my 5.0 right now. Let's see how he likes it. Let's pull over and talk to him real quick. He's behind us right now. Oh my God. I've never heard my car from the outside like that before. That sounds badass. All right, well there goes Zach. Apparently he's enjoying my 5.0 right now. I bet you any money he's going to hit it off this light up here. So yeah, Zach is driving my 5.0, and he's in front of us at a stop sign, and I have a strange suspicion that in about 3 seconds he's going to floor it, and we're going to hear a 5.0 take off. There he goes. All right. Mexico, by the way. Just a reminder, we are in Mexico. Flying back in tonight. These are rental cars. Overall impressions, this is going to be hard to say, but I don't know if I could go back down to a 3.7. The cost of owning a 5.0 is definitely gonna hurt your wallet. You're probably gonna look about another $250 a month. What's up? You like it? You like it? Dude, he's got this smile on his face. He's like, yeah, I like it. That's awesome. So I think Zach's gonna be trading this car in for a 5.0. We'll see if maybe we can just trade, since I need this car for my channel anyways. But the extra $250, $300 a month you're going to spend for a 5.0, after driving a V6 for 2 years, then driving a 5.0 for a year, then getting back into a 3.7, and now driving this again, I have to say I really do appreciate the V8 sound and power that you get so much more after jumping back into a 3.7. Not saying this car is bad or slow by any means. This car is extremely impressive for what it is. It's only got a tune, gears, and muffler delete. So power-wise, it has so much more potential, even on motor, to make more power and be better, and be much faster in a quarter mile. If this car had more mods, I think it'd be very difficult for me to say that I would take my 5.0 over a 3.7. Mostly, I do a lot of daily driving in my car, to and from work and everywhere else. Gas is no comparison with a V6. This thing, I wonder if he's got a, let's see how many miles per gallon we're gonna get in the V6 here. I just reset it. We're going 60 on a flat road. Oh my God, he was right. He wasn't kidding. I get better gas mileage in my 5.0. You gotta be joking. 20, 21, wow. What if he's flex shifted to 6? Oh, this is 6. Holy shit. Okay, so conclusion on gas mileage, it's terrible. The gas mileage is absolutely terrible in this car right now with 3.73's. Now, I had 3.73's on my 3.7, but it was a manual. So when we got into 6th gear and we were cruising the highway about 70 miles an hour or so, I was probably getting about 26, 27, sometimes even 28 miles a gallon. There's a lot of people that say that they don't get good gas mileage in 3.7s with 3.73's, and I believe it now after seeing it. So if there's anybody that I argued against and then told them they were stupid, I'm sorry. Because you were right. This car really gets bad gas mileage with 3.73's. We're only getting 24 miles a gallon right now. So I guess that's one more reason to buy a manual 3.7 if you're going to gear it and get racing and all that stuff and daily drive it. It's probably going to be a better idea if you're concerned about gas. So far, this car is extremely impressive. But there's definitely one question that we have to answer, and that is, does it do burnouts? So I think we need to figure that out right now. There you go. Nice. All right, let's see if this car can burn out. There we go. There we go. It's so much different to have this light nose up front. And the Coyote, it's just so nose heavy. I would trust this thing around a canyon road so much more than I would the Coyote. Let's see how she sounds at 3,000 RPMs. Oh, there's something about the 3.7 engine, that purr. Yeah, that's the best way to describe it, that purr. love the way these cars sound. I don't know why. When you hear V6 Mustang, you don't think good sounding car. You don't think performance car. You don't think any of that stuff, because the V6 Mustang's gotten such a bad name from the 4.0 and the 3.8 and 3.9. Even though people have built those cars beyond what was even believable at the time. It's just this car has gotten a bad name because of that, and it takes to have to drive one or be around one for a while to really appreciate what they're capable of. For the price of what you pay for one of these things and what you get out of it for 305 horsepower, the aftermarket support, which is not as much as the Coyote, of course, but the aftermarket support is still there. If you want to do headers, you could do headers. If you want to do gears, you could do gears. If you want tunes, there's more tuners than I can count, on one hand, that will tune this car and do a decent tune for it. So with the cheap price like that, and actually for gas mileage, this car got the best gas mileage per horsepower for its class too. So you can't go wrong. If you daily drive and you have other things in your life that you spend your money on, such as fishing or other stuff that you enjoy, and you don't want to dedicate your whole life to a car, there's nothing wrong with buying a car like this. Oh, it pops a little bit. That was nice. This car was done right. It's not too loud. It's not over modded. It doesn't start affecting the drivability of the car day to day with what he's got done to it. In my opinion, if you want just a little bit more horsepower with the car, a little bit more get and go, and a nice handling car, the mods that he has done in this is perfect. Like I said, it's not too loud. It's not abrasive with the handling, and it's not shaking and rattling and noises everywhere. This car is basically, if you were to get in it and not know any mods, you would think that it was almost stock. All right, select shift, downshifting a little bit. Now horn first. Ooh, broke the tires in second. All right, so the MPT tune just broke the tires on the 1 and 2 shift. That was pretty badass. God, I love the way this car sounds. This is a V8 owner telling you that a V6 Mustang sounds fucking badass. Come on, you don't get that every day. So, the way that Zach has this car set up is unbelievable. So we're going to go around this bend here real quick, and let's see how this thing handles. He's got some suspension work done on it, so let's see. Put in selection for this. .0 can't do that. 5.0 cannot do that. So when you get bored of drag racing, that's when you buy a 3.7 Mustang. And you start drifting. This actually would be a phenomenal drift car. Man, this would be a phenomenal drift car. That car looks familiar. That car looks familiar. I think I know that car. You know he's having too much fun in that fucking thing right now. So to answer the question, does this car burn out? Yes, this car burns out. This car burns out very well too. If we had held it in select shift in first gear, it would have definitely rolled through that burnout very nicely. You got it.
I should have waited to watch you. I look back and I just see.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm good. If you want to head back, we should be good. You just gotta show me how to get back. Seems like this thing really kicks on it shifts. Yeah. Every time it's like
the first time you shifted into second gear, it was like boom, and it pulled you back. I was like,
yeah,
that was pretty quick. Pretty.
Oh yeah.
Ram's good.
Yeah, this thing really even on low light throttle. This thing, if you're shifting between like 2 and 3 RPM, 2,000, this thing will kick you in the butt every time.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to really punch and fix these rocks, but all right. So let's do let's drop. Okay, it's 3.73's, so we're gonna want to do 20. So let's drop it from about 20 miles an hour. Kicked it. Kicked it again sideways. That's awesome. Well, I think after this video, I'm going to talk to Zach, and we're going to trade cars. As long as I can make 3.7 payments, not 5.0 payments, we'll be good. I'll save the extra $200 a month, and I'll take this car. So, being a V8 owner, driving a V6, before having a V8 and then driving one afterwards, and then seeing the differences in performance, sound, drivability, cost, overall conclusion on, you know, would I buy another 3.7 Mustang? Yes, I would. Would I take one over my 5.0? Well, I want to thank Zach for letting me drive his 3.7. This car is pure beast mode. Absolutely love it. Brings it back to me owning my 3.7. But I would find it hard to get out of the car I have right now just because I'm so in tune with it. But if it came time to buy another car, I would step back down and get a car exactly like this. How's boy say it? Very nice. I love that crackle and pop that you get with these 3.7 motors. Pop, 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 pop. Sounds so good.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that was awesome. Again, thanks to Zach for letting me drive his 3.7. This was actually my first kind of official car review on this channel, and there will be more to come. I don't know if there'll be any more 3.7s exactly as cool as this car, but guys, stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. Peace. That wasn't floored either.
No,
I can tell.
No, I'm not going.
Watch out. Watch out, the car up there.